You are welcome to today's Space Center Mom Life. Yes, beyond the diagnosis. This month we'll be talking about nutrition, how vital nutrition is when it comes to helping a child with developmental issue thrive. And today, like we said yesterday, we're going to be talking about sleep. And today we are here to talk about sleep, how vital sleep is when it comes to a child's development, a child's behavior. A lot of persons feel sleep is not important. That is why sleep at any time, wake up at time, no routine, no structure to it. They just do it and they feel it's not vital. Most times they see their children's behavior the next day and they are wondering how it came about, not knowing that lack of sleep from the previous night could trigger the hyperactivity, could trigger all that they are seeing. And today, what if I tell you that your child's meltdown started the night before? Please call your friends, call your loved ones, call your neighbors, your colleagues, call your village people. I love to say that. Call your tribe. Let them know that we are alive. Talking about sleep today. Sleep is very vital. Let me start with this statement that may change everything you've known when it comes to sleep. Because we just feel sleep is not it. We just feel you don't really need to be too tough when it comes to sleep. Because sleep, as we are seeing it, is one of the most crucial when it comes to a child's development. It's one of the most crucial when it comes to a child's well-being. More so, a child with developmental issues, a child with developmental differences. Let me tell you one interesting thing that you've not known. The more that you witness 3 a.m., or rather, the more than you are witnessing 3 p.m. could be as a result of lack of sleep at 3 a.m. The more that you are seeing at 3 p.m. could have started at 3 a.m. Are you seeing the distance? All of us don't know this. You are seeing that hyperactivity at 12 noon. Meanwhile, it started at 12 midnight. It started at 1 a.m. Because of that distorted sleep the child had. You just see the next day, it will start showing. Even as an adult, any day you don't sleep well, you don't function properly the next day. Any night you fail to have a proper rest, any night you fail to have proper sleep, the next day you will just be dragging about the day. You will be at your best. You won't function well cognitive wise. You will be more overwhelmed. You will be hyperactive, anxious. You just see yourself reacting unnecessarily. That is how it is with a child with developmental delays. When they refuse to sleep or when they don't have enough sleep the previous night, the next day they won't function well at school. You'll be receiving reports, oh, this child was too pushy today. He was very aggressive. He beat someone. He broke pencils. He was just not himself or herself today. If you trace it properly, you will realize that the child did not sleep well at night. Some will not be able to function well during learning time. Some will just be steamy. They are crying unnecessarily, just anxious. They are lacking focus. You just see a lot of things going wrong. The report you are getting, it might not just be that it's starting that day. That is why you need to pay attention to your child's sleep. You need to pay attention to how many hours your child is having his sleep. And it's not just about hours. Pay attention to quality sleep. Pay attention to adequate sleep. Pay attention to proper rest, because the aggression, emotional outbursts, poor attention, that impulsivity, sensory overwhelm, anxiety, and inability to focus that you are seeing today, it may not just. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. I hope you can hear me now. I hope you can see me. We had a little network glitch. I hope it's sorted. Can I be seen now? Can I be heard? Please confirm if you can see me. Confirm if you can hear me. Alrighty, let's move. Okay, we've been talking, shared before the network went off. Meltdown your child might be having at 2 p.m. could have started at 2 a.m. It's possible that the reports you are getting from your child's school at 12 noon might have happened at 12 midnight. You need to sit down and check. Did this child have proper sleep? Did he have a restful sleep? You need to pay attention to this, because most times it's easy to think is a behavioral issue. It might not be a behavioral issue. It might also be a parenting issue. It might not be because you did something wrong. It might just be that the child did not have proper sleep. It might just be that the child did not have proper sleep. One thing you should realize as parents of children with developmental delay, that you cannot compromise when it comes to your child's sleep. Do not compromise. The child needs. Can I be seen now? Can I be heard? We are so sorry about that, whether the network likes it or not. We are going to talk about this sleep today. I came ready for this sleep matter because the sleep issue is very crucial. All right, I can be seen now. Oh, praise God. It is well. Okay, like I said, the issues your child is displaying in school might not just be behavioral issue. It might not be parenting issue. It might not even be that because the child did not eat well or something. It could just be as simple as sleep. Sleep is very vital. Tell parents of children having developmental differences, you need to pay attention to how your child is sleeping. Is your child having restful sleep? Because some children might cover up to 10 hours of sleep, but the sleep is off and on. They wake up at night, they will just play jump before they will go again. So you need to pay attention. Sleep is very important. Some parents don't even know how important sleep is. They say, is my child slept, I woke up now. I've asked the parent, how have you been able to trace your child's sleep? Not really. Okay, what time does your child sleep every day? The parent said there's no particular time. I said, no, that's wrong. There should be a structure because these children with developmental issues actually even thrive on routine. They thrive on structures. They thrive on systems. You do not even need to make them sleep anytime. They shouldn't have a time where they just sleep anyhow. They sleep today by 7, tomorrow they are sleeping at 9 p.m., the other day they are sleeping at 10 p.m. No, it ought not to be so. Make sure that there is a structure to their sleep. Make sure that there is a routine that they are following. It makes it easy for them to even transition when it's time to sleep. You see them, once it's that time, they will just start dozing off, even if they are anywhere. Haven't you observed that if you are used to sleeping at 8 p.m., for instance, even if you go to church, maybe you are in a church service or you're in any social gathering, once it's that 8 p.m., you will notice that the child will start sleeping, or the child will be feeling sleepy, you just already be shutting down. So you need to create a routine to sleep. You need to create a structure to sleep and pay attention to how your child is actually sleeping, because sleep, a lot happens when a child is having good sleep. You see the child transition well. You see the child thriving. You see the child beginning to do well. And until you parents understand, it will become an issue. I had to start paying attention to this as well on my journey. Knowing that consistency, patterns helps when it comes to helping the child transform, when it comes to helping a child thrive. Because there is a connection between sleep and behavior. There is a connection between sleep and behavior. And until parents understand this, they can spend years trying to correct a child, from, operating in that behavioral issue. Meanwhile, what the child is actually displaying is operating from a brain that is exhausted. Because when the child is not sleeping well, it affects the brain. When a child is not sleeping well, it affects the development. When a child is not sleeping well, it affects behavior. It affects how the child behaves the next day. So sleep is very important. It's very crucial when it comes to parenting children with special needs. Let me tell you one truth that many people don't know. One of the greatest mistakes we make is assuming sleep is simply a period of rest. That's one of the greatest mistakes parents make. Just thinking there's a period of rest and sleep is just to rest. No. Sleep is not just rest. A lot happens when we sleep. Sleep is repair. Please, can I see that in the comment section? Sleep is repair. The body is repaired. The brain is repaired during sleep. Sleep is repair. Sleep is regulation. Sleep is brain development. Sleep is emotional recovery. Have you found out that you could be very down? Maybe someone will just do something to you and you are angry. By the time you just take some hours to sleep, and as you are waking up, you feel better. You feel better, not because the situation went away. No, it's not because what happened did not happen that you deleted it. No, there was no delete. But during the period of sleep, you find out that there's emotional